So play to the strengths of your team. When we talk about putting people, everybody says, oh, focus on your weaknesses, focus on your weaknesses. I'm not saying don't try to get better. How much success do you really imagine getting by focusing on what's wrong? I don't care what degrees you have reached up to date. If you don't have educational goals, where your education is going to go from here, what books you're going to read to pursue your education, you're not on your pathway to success, my friend. And during this presentation, I don't want you to say, I already know that. Because it's not going to be rocket science. You don't need your calculators for this class. What I do want you to say is, I know that, now how good am I at doing that?
Are you suffering from low occupancy? Looking for ways to maximize productivity and increase the efficiency of your teams? Is your workload causing you unwanted stress? Terry Jackson has more than 16 years of expertise in the property management industry. She breaks down roadblocks to success and helps us overcome the many challenges that face us every day.
What you focus on is what shows up. If you're in a red Jeep, chances are you'll see every other red Jeep on the road. If I say, don't think of a pink elephant. Don't think of a pink elephant. Don't think of a pink elephant. What are you thinking of? Pink elephant. The mind does not work or focus on the opposite. The problem is most of us focus on what we don't want. What you focus on is what you get. That food for thought, there was really something to that. Old adage. What you focus on shows up in your life. It's just that simple.
Whether your position is sales, engineering, marketing, or management, Terry will teach you everything you need to know to feel in balance and be successful. Your teams will learn how to close the sale, conquer challenges, and pull together as a team.
I live in Houston. I teach diversity. I teach fair housing. And some of my very clients that I know are certified, that I know I've helped them cover the fair housing sessions, told me, Terry, I just don't want to rent to those people. And they said it with a straight face. And I never get upset. Don't ever, ever, ever get upset when someone shows you who they are. Don't judge them for that. Because right, wrong, or indifferent, we all have our prejudices. And they don't very seldom have anything to do with skin color. There's all kinds of prejudices that each and every one of us has and hold on to. Doesn't make us bad people. Makes us imperfect.
Terry is awesome. I've had the opportunity to see Terry several times, and I think the thing I'm most impressed is that she always is prepared and knows her audience. She addresses the audience so well. She calls us her family, and by the end of the whole seminar, we feel like family. So I highly recommend her. She is a true person who knows what she's talking about. She's real, devoted, and creative. And she has worked on site, and she knows what's going on the day-to-day activity of a property.
Terry just had a lot of great quotes and sayings that are really going to stick with me in my mind, and when I get into a difficult situation, I'm going to remember the little tips and hints and quotes that she gave to help me smooth sail through my day.
Well, what she said, I mean, it just feels like that I can do a lot more, you know, with the information that she gave us, and the information I will use on a daily basis, not only at work but at home too.
If you don't already have your list started for tomorrow on what needs to be done, you are not properly managing your time. And I say that boldly, and I say it intensely, and I say it with all the passion that I have. If you do not already have a list, I don't care if you're a BlackBerry person, I don't care if you're a list person, I don't care if you're a calendar person. if you don't already have written down, not in your head, if you don't already have written down your must-dos for tomorrow, you are not properly time managing. Period. Period. There's too much to do, guys, and it's not all about work. We talked about that this morning. You are responsible for too many things other than just Gene B. Glick. If you don't know the top 5 to 10 things that are priorities for you to accomplish tomorrow, you cannot handle when the ifs get thrown at you. Because those are the things that have to get done. There's always stuff, the must-haves, the priority, the urgents, right? And then the honeydews come at you. Well, if you get time, would you mind? Well, I got a call from corporate and what they really need. How are you going to handle those things that are getting thrown at you? You've got to keep, I'm a list girl. That's me. If your calendar, go calendar. If you're BlackBerry, go BlackBerry. Whatever you can stay organized with, then you need to stay with it. And here's the thing. If you have your list or your calendar or your tasks that are your tasks for that day, and then someone else adds to it, then all you have to say is, now, Mary, this is the list I have for today. Should this go into the top priority? Is this urgent? Or do you want me to hold off till next week on this? And that way you can realize right then at the beginning of the day how your day is going to become restructured. Does that make sense? You prioritized. Use whatever system makes most sense to you. I like ranking. That's always made sense to me. If I ranked it a number 1, that means I got to do it today. If I ranked it a number 2, it really would be nice if I get it done today. If I ranked it number 3, I got time to throw in some other ones that might come at me. Don't procrastinate. The tough stuff, do it first. Do it first. We think better, most of us, earlier in the day. We usually tend to have more energy earlier mid-morning to early morning. Some of us are more morning people, some of us are evening people. But during the day, as the day goes on in our industry, does it get less busy or more busy as the day goes on? The later the day, the more busier you get. The more residents are coming home, the more interaction, the more service recalls that come in at 4 o'clock. Oh, I forgot to tell you, right? My washing machine's been leaking for over a week. I think there's some mold growing in my carpet, right? So the stuff that's tough, get it done first at the beginning of the day. X out clutter, you guys, in your lives, in your offices. If I come to your shop and I can't pull open the drawers and see what your system is, it doesn't have to be my system. But if I open the drawers and I can't tell, oh, this is where Bob has his, and this is where Bob keeps his, get organized. Get rid of the clutter. If I can't see the top of your desk, guess what? You can't either. And people say to me all the time, oh, it's my organized chaos. I know exactly where everything. We tell ourselves that to make ourselves feel better. Plain and simple. That's why we tell ourselves, oh, but I know where. No, you don't. It doesn't make you more productive. If anything, it adds to your stress. Do you know why? Because you never feel like you're getting anything done. It just keeps building and building. And you know why it keeps building? Because if that's how you run your circle, then everyone else who enters it will add to it. Bob does it, I'm just going to throw those there. Right? And you come back and you're like, where'd these come from? Right? It grows and grows and grows.
Terry Jackson's recognized creative marketing skills and superior management abilities have won her many awards. See why numerous organizations seek Terry Jackson as their guide to property management excellence.